Predictions. You and I are going to look at what residential real estate prices are predicted to do over the next few years here. A household must now earn more than $107,000 per year just to afford the median priced home. Let's explore that. Hi, I'm Keith Weinhold. This is Get Rich Education. We'll look at those things shortly, but first, some really important context here. Although everyone needs a place to live, fewer and fewer people need to leave home for an office. Now, I think that anyone knows that, but let's look at how bad it is. Commercial real estate is strictly about the numbers. Well, in order to offset higher real estate prices and interest rates, well, rental and occupancy rates have got to move higher. This is a nearly impossible scenario for office buildings. Office prices then need to fall in order to get deals done. In fact, according to Green Street's Commercial Property Price Index, offices have seen a price drop of 17.5% from the recent peak, and a lot of people feel that they are going to fall even further. That's how bad it is. Now, JP Morgan and Citi and Goldman Sachs and Twitter have all tried, often futilely, to get workers back into the office. They have attempted indoor gardens and napping facilities and free pizza parties, and they've unfolded ping pong tables, anything to get workers into the office. But you know, once workers get used to their work from home routine, complete with a hooded sweatshirt and soft pajama pants and house slippers, it is a pretty hard habit to break. Much of the world, of course, shifted to Zoom calls in 2020, and a lot of those people just are not returning. You got to remember, too, that some people are still concerned with catching a virus, so that might be why they don't want to go to the office. And inflation definitely plays a part in this too. Higher childcare costs and costs for gasoline and food costs, those sorts of things help keep workers at home. Well, you know what? Then it's little wonder that JP Morgan, one of these same companies that's had trouble getting workers back to the office, JP Morgan recently announced plans to acquire more than $1 billion, with a B, more than $1 billion worth of single-family rentals. I mean, that's where the smart money is going. Work from home drives more and more residential demand and higher prices and higher rents. Because, see, people can justify spending more for a home when they spend more time there, such that the typical U.S. house is now unaffordable for any American that earns less than $100,000. Yeah, according to Redfin, buyers last month needed a salary of at least $107,281, and that's just to afford the monthly mortgage payment on a median-priced home, nothing lavish or even above average. And that right there, that's up nearly 46% from about $74K a year ago. So a salary of $74K last year up to $107K this year. And of course, there is your opportunity. People want and need residential real estate, and priced out home buyers increase rental demand. And yeah, although those torrid appreciation days of 2021 are way over, way rear-viewed, residential real estate values expect to hold up well in the next couple years. In fact, here we go. As you can see here, the NAR expects 10% appreciation this year, 1% next year, and 5% in 2024. Take a good look at that there. And these future NAR numbers, they seem pretty reasonable, or else I wouldn't have shared them with you. And yes, some prognosticators want to attract attention with price crash clickbait. You might remember that on this very channel, about a year ago, I released GRE's 2022 National Median Housing Price Forecast. Get Rich Education's National Median Home Price Appreciation Forecast for next year, between 9 and 10%. 9 to 10% appreciation. That's what I said back then. And by the way, that wasn't so easy to do back then. Hindsight makes it seem easy. In fact, it was Yogi Berra that said, it's tough to make predictions, especially about the future. So 1 year ago, you got to remember, the pandemic was still raging. Supply chains were badly snagged. The war in Ukraine, well, that hadn't even begun, and the Fed had not raised interest rates at all 1 year ago. And yeah, 2021, that's when house prices soared about 20%, and properties were harder to get than a Birkin bag about 1 year ago. And early next year, I'll let you know the result because all of the data will be in. But yeah, 9 to 10% appreciation, which I forecasted last year for this year, is holding up quite well so far. And understand, with that chart that I showed you there, I only showed you the NAR's forecast. I can provide you with GRE's forecast here later. Well, now you've got some idea of where many expect home prices to be through 2024. We'll see what happens. I'm Keith Weinhold. Watch one of the next 2 videos put up on your screen. YouTube thinks you should watch those because they are tailored exactly to your personal interests.